Alright, so this is just an update on the channel. You can see here, got my new car, the Mini E-Rebel. I do have one running vid of it. I'll probably have another soon. Just going to talk a little bit about it. I really love this car. I like it a lot more than the Rustler, just for general use. It's definitely not as good handling off big jumps and such, because it's smaller. It's not as stable in the air, like it goes around like this and like this a lot. But so it takes a while to learn how to get used to it, whereas the Rustler is just steady all throughout. But you can get used to that. It's a fast little car. This is a brushless version. I'm just running the stock nickel metal hydrides. It's really fast still. Faster than the Rustler for sure. Love this thing. I'm definitely going to be getting some lipos for it soon. Some 2-cell lipos. Should definitely be a speed upgrade on that. And runtime. It should be about 45 minutes runtime, I think, maybe with a dual parallel 2200 milliamp hour 2-cell packs. Alright, so now let's talk a little bit about the car, what I've done to it. We notice here, if you look closely, there's some actually fishing line there. This is a spider wire fishing line, 30-pound test. Not that that really matters, but what it is, I've lost so many of these little body pins here. Like they fall off so easily. If you like come down hard landing on the front, they just clip right off. So what I did is I tied some spider wire to the clip and then I just tied it to the front bumper. And for the rear, I tied it to the back wing there, the wing mount. I'm not sure. It should work fairly well. Like, I'll see it dangling off because usually it just falls off. I don't see it, so I'll be able to see it before it falls off the string. So, let's talk about this car a little more. It's a really tough little car. Like, honestly, I've done so many donuts with it. Nothing has broken until today. I did break one thing today after having it for almost 3 weeks. If you look closely here, there is like a little almost dented cut in the body. That is from the motor mount right there. See how that sharp aluminum? What I did, I actually flipped off a tree and landed smack dab right upside down on my body on the tree root. So it just like flipped the body inwards like this and caved it in and cracked it there. It's not a big deal. Oh yeah, if you look at the inside, you might be wondering why I have tape on there. If you look really closely, there is some green visible right there. That's because the body wears against the sides here a bit. And so what I did, I really didn't want it to wear through anymore. I didn't have any black. When I get some black, I'll replace it with black. But I didn't want it to wear through anymore because it doesn't look as good because it's clear. So what I did, the tape covers, I looked on the bottom, and you can see all the spots where it does wear. So I just put tape on top of those spots, and that keeps it from wearing through. And if you look in the bottom, that's the same dent I was talking about earlier. It is almost like a small kind of pressure cut. So, onto the car. The thing I broke is the top upper rear A-arm. You see it's hanging right there. I will be able to super glue that, I think. Like, it still drives with it because it does have 2 A-arms. But I think what I'll do is I'll order the new part from RPM. And then I'll super glue that one together so I can still drive it. Now, from RPM, I'm going to be getting these guys here. The red ones, the rear A-arms for the Mini E-Rebel. They're made of special nylon, so it says here, if it breaks under normal operating conditions, send it in and we'll replace it for free. So all RPM products are like that. They cost a little bit more, $15, but it's definitely worth it because I know I'll break more of those. And at the same time, I'm probably going to end up getting the front A-arms as well because I've had some rough landings on the front. So I'll probably end up upgrading both those at the same time. Now, let's see. This brushless motor, I actually originally got this in Florida, then brought it back here to Canada. In Florida, the grass is like really thick, so it was geared 28 for the pinion gear. And it would get so hot. The motor would get so hot after use. So I downgraded the pinion to the 23 tooth that it came with for speed running. And it still got really hot. And I just happened to have an extra 19 tooth pinion with me for the Rustler. I used that one. It was good, but it definitely didn't have the same speed as the 23 tooth, or for sure the 28 tooth. But then I found out that when I brought it back here to Canada, our grass is not nearly as thick as in Florida, so it did not get remotely hot. So I tried putting it back to the 23, and I can just hold my thumb on there after a full run. Like, it's not hot at all. So 23 tooth is good. The 28 tooth is a little geared a little too high if you're really bashing it on taller grass and stuff like that. So I would recommend just putting the 23 tooth in right away because it comes with it. The tires are great. They I've been driving it on all conditions, rode quite a bit because it's been kind of muddy here, and I didn't want to get it filthy. So you can look, they're holding up fine, like way better. The Rustler had like the little pins on the back, right, the buggy tires, and those just wore right through on the road, and I'm gonna have to replace them soon. But these are holding up great on all conditions. They give really good traction. But my one problem is this wheel here. Look at that. You see from the side view, it's actually coming off the rim, right? The glue's coming undone. It's only on this wheel where it's actually coming off, but on the other ones it's starting to peel away a bit. If you look at that, peeling away a bit. So I'm gonna have to re-glue those. It's not a big deal, but apparently Traxxas doesn't glue their tires so well. Happened a little bit on my Rustler, though it never started coming off. And then this battery pack here, just using the stock nickel metal hydride, it gives me about 10 minutes of runtime average. That's not bad. It's just a 1200 milliamp hour pack. It's pretty small. Like, it physically is very small compared to my 7-cell rock packs. I keep it in this battery bay here because you'll notice that when it's in the bay, it's almost the perfect length wire to reach to the ESC wire. And if I kept it on this side, there's a whole lot of slack that could get stuck in the tire or something. So I keep it in this side, and I think it just makes it more balanced because the ESC and motor is more on this side, as is the only steering servo. So having on the battery on this side would make it more balanced than on this side. Alright, last thing. The remote. This is loads better than my Rustler remote. Came with the 27 megahertz AM radio. This thing is awesome. It does steering expo, so I have that set to full for the steering expo, just because it's a fast car and I really like having the steering expo. It works great. It is programmable, semi-programmable. You can change the expo rates, what this button here, or this dial here does. And having the 2.4 gigahertz is really great. It's not like a 3-foot long antenna that you need, so you don't break it. There's absolutely no interference, and it's a great radio. Definitely better than the 27 megahertz. I wish they shipped all their vehicles, even the brush ones, with this. That would be really nice. But they don't. Maybe they will in the future. Anyway, that is my update. Hope you like it. And look for more vids on the Rustler and the eRevo. Thanks for watching.